Hello everybody, Reggie Time here, and today for the observant amongst you, you'll notice we've moved on to some 25 an hour fast forward, and the purpose for this really is just to kind of highlight the difference between snap and fast forward. I mean, the obvious differences are fast forward is going to be much tougher. They're going to be far more regulars, far more skilled regulars, far less like weak type passive fish. So that's the downside of it. The upside is the rake's much lower. I say the rake's probably maybe only 60% or so of what we get on AAA. We also get a little bit better rake back on Party Poker, and we get to use stats. So there's ups and downs, and we're going to talk about the difference between the two as we go along. I mean, if I had to choose one to grind all the time, which I don't do because, as you know, I do flick around the sites a lot, then I would choose snap before I would choose fast forward. But we'll do one here anyway. We're on a bit of a roll. We've been doing well. We're having a good week. We're having a good month. So let's see how it goes. Before we get on with the video, please don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe, and if you're not a complete bellend, to join the Facebook group. I'm going to try and talk a bit more in this video than I have in my last couple of videos. People have mentioned that because the music's in the background, I'm kind of not saying as much between hands. So I'm going to try and say a little bit more, but I'm not going to waffle. So we'll see how we get on. Part of the reason I put the music on is to kind of fill dead time when I do tend to waffle a little bit, but it seems to have maybe gone a bit too far the other way with that, so let's see what happens. Jupiter is in it, so we get him tagged. Oh, come on, hold on, man, just stop being a tit. We're not going to see about this board multi-way. We do have 3 to a flush, 3 to a straight, but it's not a good board for us multi-way. Now we have an open end. If it checks through again, we're certainly going to bet, and we're probably going to bet twice. Maybe over bet the river. Reasonable chance. It's very unlikely. Well, I was about to say it's very unlikely that this guy has a hand, but given that he's check raised 2 people, we're not getting good odds to call here. So we're going to see what he's up to. See if we can Sony can get a read for it. I mean, I'm presuming he's just like turned a set or something there. Who knows? Maybe he's just. I mean, if he was just a heads up pot, I would have quite possibly thought that he was just kind of check raising versus my weak line, but given he's raised 2 people, it's much more likely he's going to be leaning towards value than bluffs there, heavily towards value than bluffs. Bit of a loose open under the gun, but I wasn't really focused, and we made it anyway. And again, we got a second multi-way pot in a row, which I wasn't really expecting. I was expecting to see a lot more 3-bets in these games and not so many multi-way pots, but second in a row, second time we've flipped rather moderately. I'm going to have to call here just to see a turn card, so we see a 7, an 8, a 9. He might just be stabbing given it's checked to him. I would give it a good shot, but this guy's come along, so we're done. And we're still done. Doesn't make sense what he would want to value bet here. I think his value range is very narrow. It's going to have some bluffs in it. Well, we can find better hands to call down with there than just a pair of 8s. We're certainly going to have to be a bit more aggressive and a bit more battle hardened in these games than we were in the snap games. We're going to have to expect regs to play back more to make life more difficult for us, and have to think a bit quicker because of a lack of time bank. All those things are why you will never catch me playing these games long term, but I do like to cover several sites with my content. This is a good reason. a good part of having my bankroll spread around so far and wide is that we can make content everywhere on a weekly basis. Check back this turn because there's no draws he can really call with, and then either call or bet the river. Bet here just to protect our hand a little bit against draws, etc. And then check back river. That was the plan anyway. We didn't get that far. I'm going to find myself getting squeezed a fair bit in these spots, but I don't think we can just abandon set mining. Can't really check call here. It's check fold or stab. I think we'll go with stab. Although we have like literally no fours in our range. I can't think of many 4x hands I would call a raise with under the gun. I'm just muck pocket four, so I personally don't ever have quads there. But whatever. I'm in 3-bet, which is always fruity. Pretty decent flop for us, and we're just going to bet pretty big, given that we've 4-bet already. I'm just going to try and target his pocket jacks, pocket queens, pocket kings, pocket tens. This Rond is an interesting character, just like 3-bet jams a lot. Well, not a lot, but when you 3-bets it tends to be all in. He doesn't usually have a 100 blind stack though. I'm used to seeing him with just a 40 blind stack, hence the blue tag. Not sure I mentioned it at the start, but we also get significantly more hands per hour in a fast forward too. Could have been a 3-bet against some regulars, but we don't know him. No hands. See about our gut shot and backdoor flush draw to begin with, and to end with. It's a big C bet. I think we can't fold just yet though. Probably can't fold the turn either. 100% C bet, 100% turn barrel, 71% river barrel up to now. Now we're going to have to fold. Makes sense. His value range isn't going to be too wide on that river there, but just pocket 70 is going to be too weak to go down with. Probably going to have some bluffs there, I would imagine. But for example, he's not betting kings or queens or jacks on that river. So when he bets the ace, he's either saying he's had aces all along, he's just hit the ace, he's double barreled ace high twice, or he's had a set, but nevertheless, I think calling down there would have been a tad too loose. Not seeing many fish kicking around, are we? Certainly battling a lot more regulars in these games. This guy steals just 33% from the small blinds, so we're not going to 3-bet. Probably just going to call down here unless he does some silly overbet. What did he call us with then? Is he going to come up? King Jack. He called us with King High. Not defending the 9-6 off. Sure, some guys would. I'm not one of them. I hate limpers. It's a lot of tables. I think he plays 15L2. No idea how he manages to play so many. It's a very fast game. Playing multiple tables of this, my brain just fries very quickly. I think just one table's perfect speed for me. Three bet by a 19/10 is only 3-bet 2.3% so far. I think King Queen can safely hit the muck. Ace 5 suited is a hand we're going to be V-pipping in some manner or other. Probably just going to call. This one's a fucking massive net. So squeezing wouldn't mean it does fold to a lot of 3-bets, but I think we can just call at the big blind and proceed from there. I think there's a not unreasonable chance that there's some bots in these games, because it doesn't seem to matter when I play. People like this, I mean this one especially, is just on pretty much all the time, day and night, and he's got that weird, just all-in jam thing going on. I'm not saying it's definitely a bot, but if I was pressed, I would certainly sway towards the yes, Ron's is a bot, which is another reason to not really playing these games too much. I know a lot of people have got hard on for party poker at the minute. I just don't. I don't think it's that good of a site, and don't even sure why I keep money on here really, because I only really play here to make videos and not much else. I'm going to 3-bet the Jack 9 suited here. Might not be the best of ideas against somebody who isn't fully stacked. It might be a bit on the cally side, but we got a reasonable flop. Interesting turn. I'm going to check jam here if he bets smallish, check fold if he bets really big. If he bets like a, I don't know, $4 type sizing, not really what you can do against that size. That size is really quite poor, I think. I think if it was a 6 of hearts, I would just have gone for it though. King 8 suited was probably should have been an open there. This might be the only video we make to sample the 25 fast forward pool, because as you can see the games just aren't that good. Get to isolate a limper here, which is a pleasant change. Fold the turn. Bet fold river. It's too easy to check back there. I think we're kind of wimping out. Yeah, the 9's not ideal. He could easily have checked call with the 9, 6, 7. He can certainly help us beat there, but I think it's too weak to just take our shot down there. Could certainly have worse 10s, worse kings with me in Olympic, king jack, king 10. Maybe just have some worse pocket pairs that might hero. How often does this guy 3-bet the button? 7%. Nope. There's certainly a lot more big pot, little pot element to this, and by that I mean you end up playing a lot of small pots, just raise and take it pre, or raise, c-bet, fold. I really want to just call with the ace-4 off rather than just 3-bet bluff with it. He insta-calls, we have a backdoor flush draw. Get off. Should have been an open with the ace deuce. It was a mistake. Doesn't get much duller than this, to be fair. Which is definitely worse than poker stars. Party poker now in terms of like game quality. Goodness me, this is super mega dull. I think we're going to stop at 30 minutes because if you're half as bored as I am, you won't even be watching anymore. And it was worth doing. It was worth just showing for you guys who only have your money on one site. It's nice for you to see a few other sites, see what the crack is, but this is absurdly dull. I'll put a 3-bet bluff here. As much out of boredom as anything else. This is dull. We're going to sit out and I'm going to do the next video because I'm still feeling like I want to play at 13 on Snap, because this is fucking boring. How these guys grind these fucking games every day is beyond me. You need to be a bot to grind these, because fuck me, they're dull. This is why when somebody came to me asking me to promote Party Poker for rate back and what have you, and I allowed him to offer his deal in my Facebook group, but I refused to promote it because I don't want to push players to this site. That relationship has since broke down, and this is why. I could not in all conscience advise anyone to come and play the poker on this site. It's just so bad. It's much worse than PokerStars these days. So in this video here, it's been pretty fucking dull. Fortunately, the endeavour has made me $15 fucking get in there, and I'm classed as loose aggressive. Yeah, well, that's dull as shit. We won't be doing another one of these in a hurry. I apologise for putting you guys through it. If you've made it to the end, you are a fucking hero. Bye bye for now.